Thanks so much for still staying with us on Midcap Mantra with Ashu Dutt. Pull up in Om Metals for you because we have Vikas Kothari, the Director of Business Development, who is now joining us on the phone line from Mumbai. Vikas, many thanks for being with us on Midcap Mantra with Ashu Dutt. If you could just give us a segmental breakup of the kind of revenues that you generate from engineering, construction, real estate as well as infrastructure.
Well, currently our revenues from engineering construction are the major contributor. We have nearly 70 to 80% coming from our engineering business, which is our core business. And the rest of it comes from real estate. Infrastructure doesn't contribute any revenues at this point in time.
All right, Vikas, thanks for joining us. I've got a couple of questions because I do realize that you seem to be doing a couple of projects.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, when can there be a big revenue from these? So let's start out, if I may. You have an SRA project down in Bandra that we were just talking about before coming out of the break. I believe it's around 7 acres and you are at phase 1. When do you think you will finally get approval or start making stuff there? And what could be the potential value and which year?
Yeah, well, we've got the clearance for construction of transit camp. So effectively, we'll be constructing transit camp over the next 6 months and then moving all the slum and the MHADA residents from the land to the transit camp. And then we'll start the construction of the redevelopment, rehab buildings. We have already received clearances up to the transit camp stage, and we expect to get clearances for slum redevelopment and the free sale portion in about 3 to 6 months from now.
Okay, so you're saying that the first time we could see some revenue coming from this Bandra project would it be safe to say that perhaps in the June 2011 quarter?
Yes. I mean, we don't expect any revenues from this project in March 11. So it'll be June 11 quarter.
Yeah, so starting with June. And how much money do you think this could generate? Would you get into a joint venture by that time and do it with somebody else?
Well, at this point in time, we haven't yet decided our strategy, whether we want to go in for a joint development with a reputable builder in Bombay or we want to do it ourselves. Effectively, eventually we may end up doing it ourselves. But we want to take that call once we have all the slum cleared and the land is free of all encumbrances. We are also expecting some major regulatory changes in the CRZ regulations, so we are also waiting for the CRZ 2010 regulations to come into effect.
All right, so now let's get this on the side. Now if you can tell me, are you invested in any power project or a seaport or an SEZ, and what is the status if you are in any of these?
Well, as far as our power foray is concerned, we've only ventured into solar power, and that's starting with only 1 megawatt project in Rajasthan, which is a solar PV project, which is what we've been awarded, and we expect to commission it by March 11. Other than that, we don't have any other projects in power sector. We are interested and we are looking at possibilities, but there is nothing which has been finalized as yet.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I wanted to come back to the Bandra project. This at 7 acres, I think, if you take 26,000 square meters, how much is the price per meter in that area right now?
Well, you see the recent land deals that have happened. It could be pegged at anywhere close to 400 to 500 crores per acre. But half of this land will go into slum redevelopment. So effective portion available for free sale would be close to about 3 to 4 acres.
So would it be safe to say, let's say about 1,000 crores? I'm taking a conservative estimate that you'll have 3 acres to develop, about 1,000 crores.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of the projects you are executing for others, how many megawatts of power projects are you executing? I also see something seaport in Pondicherry. Are you still doing that? And 1 or 2 other stuff. But if you can give us some numbers on what are you executing for others?
Well, what we do as a part of our core business is engineering construction for hydropower and irrigation projects. We do turnkey contracts for hydromechanical equipment, which is a highly specialized in a niche area of engineering construction. And effectively in a hydropower project, it's about 5 to 10% of the total cost of the project, and in an irrigation project, it's about 30 to 40% of the total cost of the project. So that's what we specialize in. And we have an outstanding order book of about 850 crores, which is to be executed over the next 2 to 3 years max. So that is going to be the major contributor to our revenues going forward. And what was your other question regarding port? Yeah. So as far as port is concerned, we are undertaking a few environmental studies on site, and we expect to go to the MOEF for the terms of reference, which is TOR, in the next 3 to 6 months. And there will be obviously no development until we get the terms of reference and the clearance from MOEF.
All right, Vikas, we'll let you go at that. Thanks very much for being with us this morning. There's OM Metals Infra on your screen starting to react. It's up about 2.6% at 42.50.
Money, but have fun and be happy. What's all the money worth if you're not going to feel nice about it? So have fun. We'll see you tomorrow.